He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. So Cincinnati's offense will take the first swing of the game. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's third down. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year.
Touchdown, Red Raider! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. Nice move there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. I'm sure you guys saw a great pickup in the backfield. 3-star running back gave a verbal last week. And getting good talent like this is really what programs at this level need to thrive on.
It's pivotal, Reese. And now you got a big commitment at the running back spot with those 3 stars, and now you start to build a class around him. Get everybody else excited. This is how you build a program.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Quick spin on the ride. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. They want to run this quarterback. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside big. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And the Bearcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Cutler. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down.
Here we go.
Hand off from the shotgun. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on! And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now facing a third and long. To throw, it's Kinsey. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target, and getting the completion.
They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders are marching down the field. A first down run in the red zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Just find a way to make that first tackler whip. He's out to the 21.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Give to the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Handoff to the lone back. Crosses the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. To the air, it's Kinsey. He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the punt high into the air. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the Bearcats and makes it at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Red Raiders come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw, it's Owens. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking left. Intercepted, number 19. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
To the air, it's Owens. Flips it out on the screen. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a... Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Kinsey. He's got him. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
And the Bearcats are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent, and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum run, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to...
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
And the Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Owens. It's complete to the left. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
The Bearcats will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Gentry. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Pulling and finds his man on the left. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to pass. It's Owens. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Turns it loose. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
From the gun, the ground game. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Owens. Gonna let it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right, and his throw is incomplete.
What an unbelievable job by the secondary. No pass rush in sight. Quarterback had all day to throw, but they still took away all the options in the back end. Great job.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cutler. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. Back to throw, it's Owens. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Gentry. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Get set, get set.
On the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. They're down to the 20, first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now first and 20. From the gun, the running back has it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Red Raiders want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Motion from the back. To the air on second down. They get to him as he throws. Got his man to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Red Raider! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Reads it, fires complete. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Bearcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Complete to the right. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. A first down for the offense.
Good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's got it on the run. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Trying to run it in. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. Trying to barge their way in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown.
Into the house. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that... Find somebody to go to, and this offense has struggled, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
The Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Owens. He'll pull it down. There he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Red Raiders are rolling down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They want that clock to run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just run the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The throw to the outside is complete. Lowers those pads. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coches that could